Good morning, fitness partners. Welcome to Mat Pilates with Darla and Kelly. Diane has found a way to remove herself again. So she has done it again. She's in hiding again. So anyways, Darla will be teaching class and Kelly will be helping out. Your job again is always to share our workouts with everybody. So do that, share your workouts, share it with your friends. They don't have to be from Orlando. They don't have to be from Altamont Springs. They could be from Toledo. You know, just send it out. Let people know that we're out doing these. We hope to see you soon. And I am going to just leave you with Darla.
Ready to go. Thanks. Okay, we're going to start standing, everybody. Hope you having a good morning. And we'll get started here in a standing position somewhere where you know that you can keep your balance. Maybe you need it near a chair, a countertop, a window, something, because we will be on one leg at some point. But we're going to start with our Pilates V in our feet. And that's your heels connected and your toes turned slightly outward. So you want to have that outer rotation of the inner thighs. So rotate your thighs around, and as they rotate and wrap around, you're going to lift up through the glutes, back to the buttocks, and then lift your chest up without jutting your floating ribs out. So you want to pull your ribs down and in. Next, we're going to raise our arms up, inhaling, and then exhale, just press those arms out long. Again, inhale, up, and exhale. Now we're going to add a little releve. You're going to lift up those heels as we lift up, inhale, exhale, come down. Feel that inner thigh, squeeze, the heels squeezing together. Inhale, all that connection through the midline of the body, and exhale. Inhale, take it up, and down. One more time, inhale. Exhale, we're going to fold down to the floor. Just let yourself hang, start to stretch those hamstrings. Maybe you feel it in the calves, all the way up through the glutes, depending on what you've done this week. Let your head hang heavy. And then just swing yourself right and left like a little rag doll, swinging around. As we come back to center, roll up one vertebra at a time, letting your arms hang down, pulling the navel into the spine. Good. Take your hands behind your back, behind your ears. All right, we're going to lean back slightly and point with the right toe forward. So we're going to lean back here and just kick that leg up. And remember, you have that outer rotation of that right leg. Nothing else in the body is moving. You're just leaning back a little bit, not into a back bend. The ribs are pulling down and in. And we're kicking that leg up, maybe hip height, maybe a little lower. 3 more. 3, and 2, and 1, and take that heel down. Same thing. Stand up nice and tall. Readjust your body. Lean back in that slight tilt. Tap your left foot forward, outer rotation of that leg, and we kick for 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Feel how you have to wrap those abs around. And 7, and 8. Bring that heel back in. Bring your arms into little genie arms. So that's forearm over forearm, hands by the elbows. And we're just going to bring that right knee up, hold it here, and open and close. 1, to the right, 2, or left. You have to do both legs, so it doesn't matter which leg you're doing now. 3, and 4, and 5. Try to bring those shoulders down away from the ears. 7, and 8. Put that foot back in place. Try holding your body nice and steady through this. It's a lot of work trying to keep that stability and focus, being precise with the movement. Now draw that other knee up towards the chest, and we open to the side and close. 2, and 4, and 5, 6. Keeping those shoulders down. 7, 8, and Maria back. Okay, take your hands behind your back, clasp them. Draw the hands, the knuckles down towards your tailbone. Lifting the chest, drawing the shoulders back. And we're going to lift up with the heels and come back down. Lift up, come back down. Each time you lift up, draw those hands further down your back. Drawing the shoulders down away from your ears. 4, 5, 6. Standing at attention. 7, and 8, and release. Take your palms backwards, press back. Hold them back there, and pulse back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Genie arms again. Okay, we're going to bring a leg up. Bring that knee up again. Hold it there. And then place that ankle right on your thigh, above your knee. Now hold it there. And we're just going to crunch down. So you're going to do a little crunch. You're trying to take your forearms down towards your shin. Balance and bring it back up. Nice and tall. Find a focal point on the floor somewhere that you can follow that line down, right, Kelly?
Yeah.
Balance and bring it back up. Here we are, this little flamingo on one leg, and draw it down. This time when we draw down, stay down there and release your arms. Try to stretch to the floor. Maybe get a little bit closer to the floor. Feel a stretch in that glute, piriformis area. And then as you draw your arms back up, release that leg down. Only one other leg to do. Genie arms recross with the other arm on top. Bring that other knee up. Find your balance and cross it over the other thigh. All right, we're going to round over. Sink those abs in. You have the navel closer to the spine as you roll down. One side may be a little bit better than the other. And back up nice and slow. Try not to look at anything that's moving. You don't want to move too much. We are precise. Precision is one of the Pilates principles. Keep it precise. This time when we go down, we're going to hold it down there. Hold it down, rounding over, pulling the navel deep into the spine. Release the fingertips. As you're reaching, maybe a little bit further towards the floor, trying to stretch that left piriformis. In a balanced pose. As we draw our arms up, the foot will go down into place. So really, you haven't moved your feet, have you?
Nope, just
They're back in the same place, right? They have sweaty footprints right there. That's all we have to do. All right, let's take those arms out like a T. And now we're going to point the right, or the one leg again out in front. Hold it there, and we're just going to circle it forward for 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Of course, the other direction, 8, and 7. They can be small. They can be larger. Just make sure your hip points are facing forward, even with each other. 3, and 2, and 1. Now cross that leg over the other one and drop down to the same side that your leg is crossed over. Sort of push your weight over towards the opposite side. And as we draw ourselves back up, step that heel back in the same sweaty place. All right, arms up this time. We have the arms out. Now we'll draw them up. Pull the shoulders down. Extend that other leg out. Get ready to circle it in. 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Reverse. 8, and 7, 6, and 5. Watching those hips. And 3, and 2, and 1. And cross it over the opposite side. And you're dropping down to the same side as that leg that's crossed over. Pushing the hips over to the opposite side. And roll yourself back up. Step back in your same place. Hands on your hips. You have that Pilates V in your feet. We're just going to squat down just a little bit. Just a little tiny squat. Reach the arms forward. And have that Pilates V in your turnout so your knees are turning out, tracking over your second toe. They're not out wide. They're not in together. They're tracking over your second toe. Pull the arms back. And then raise them forward. And take them back. And raise them forward. The whole time you're doing this, think about pulling your navel towards your spine. Your ribs are wrapping around your midline. And back. Glutes are active. And back. And you should be warming up a little. Yes, Kelly?
Oh, yes.
Just a little warm up here. Get that internal fire going deep in the pit. 2 more. And reach. And back. Last time, reach and hold this time. And we have 8 little pulses down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And stand up. I know you want to sit down. We're going down soon. We're going down soon. 1 more standing pose. All right, this is a little challenging because we are moving in 2 different directions. We're going to go ahead and pull the right knee up. Use your fingertips to pull the knee up. You want to keep the hip level, the knee comes up hip height. Okay, point the toe down. Arms come up. So all we're going to do is we're going to crunch. We're going to crunch in and pull that knee in. As we raise our arms back up, you're going to tap that toe back to the floor. Crunch. Pull that knee up. Tap. back to the floor or hovering, and crunch, and back. I feel this is my weaker side, my weaker ankle, yours too, and up. So if you shake and shimmy a little bit, that's okay. Keep concentrating on your powerhouse, and pull it in, and back. And if you're holding on, you're just doing one arm, and you're holding with the other. And last time, pull it in, back and hold. Now as we hold that back, you're gonna reach down to the floor and extend that leg up towards the ceiling. Come on, way up there, way up there. Woo. Now all in one sweep, release your fingers and bring that foot back into place. Right there.
We're good.
Good, okay, one more side, other side. So we're gonna help that knee come up, put it in place, hips are level, the knee is hip height only. You don't wanna pull it up and scrunch yourself. You wanna keep that spine nice and long. Arms are gonna come up. Point that toe of that knee you drew up. All right, here we go. We're gonna ground over. Maybe this is a better side for you. And then tap your toe back. And then tuck and round over. Steady and slow usually is the best way. Round and over. And round. I am sweating, but a lot of the sweat you may see right now, I was on the treadmill a little bit, so I'm starting to sweat a lot right now. And back. And one more time, hold it here. Take it back. We're gonna fold over. So slowly fold over as you bring that leg up. Fingertips down to safety and bring that leg up as high as you can on that side. All in one sweep, release the fingertips, bring the heel back. Voila, big arm circles. Around, and around, and around, reverse your direction, and around, and around, and around. And we're gonna come down to all fours onto our mat. Maybe towel off a little bit if you've been sweating somewhat like I have. Get a little drink of water if you need it. Today we need no toys, nothing except your mat and your strong body. We're going to start in a little tabletop position. Let's get the spine now loosened up with cat-cow. So in cat-cow, you have your knees under your hips, your hands under your shoulders. You're going to inhale as you look forward. The tailbone goes high to the sky, the ribs drop down, and then exhale, round up like a cat, pulling the tailbone down between the legs. Inhale, look forward slightly, and the tailbone goes up. Exhale, so you're just articulating your spine. Back and forth. And remembering the shoulders. The shoulders are dropping down away from your ears. And exhale, one more time on this cow. And last time on the cat pose. Good. Now come somewhere to a neutral spine, which is halfway between that cat and cow. You want to have your tailbone slightly tipped up, your chest pulling forward. Your eyes are looking towards your front edge of your mat. And we're going to extend the right leg behind, or any leg behind you. Trying not to use right or left. So extend the leg behind you. Now extend the opposite arm, the other direction. Hold, breathe. Now just going to tap up and down for 8 and 7, toe and fingers, 6 and 5 and 4. Keeping that body in that nice strong position. 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it here. And we're going to go ahead and crunch under. Take that opposite arm to the knee, crunch for 2 and reach. And 3 and reach. And 4. Now this is like that cat. 5, tucking up. 6 and 7 and 8. Reach it long and hold. Take the left foot, take the hand down. Extend the right, extend that opposite leg that you just put the hand on, that leg that's up. Flex the foot and kick up with the heel for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring that knee back in. Okay, so now I have both hands back down, both knees. We have to do the other side. Realign your neutral spine with the tailbone tipped up, the chest coming forward, eyes looking forward, and then extend the other leg behind you and the opposite arm out front. Reach through there, reach. So you're pointing and you're reaching, and we tap up and down for 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Get ready to round under and crunch for 8, 7, remember to breathe. 6, reach long. 5, reach. 4, crunch it under. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Take that hand down, flex the foot, tap it up and down. Did we do taps?
No, we just lifted.
We just lifted. That's right, lifted. We already did the taps. Lift. Thank you, Kelly. Lift, lift, lift. That's why I have somebody younger here in the brain. 3, 2, 1, and place that knee down. Go into your child's pose. All the way back to child's pose. And then as we come up, roll yourself around to a nice seated position. Legs out in front of you. Ah, nice little warm up, huh? Let's get this show on the road. We got our warm up going. Okay. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold down over. Maybe loop your big toes with your index finger. And you're just going to pull down over those legs. Feel a little stretch in that lower back, maybe mid back. Try to keep your shoulders down. And maybe across your shoulder blades, you feel a nice little stretch going across because you're trying to wrap your shoulder blades around you. Make them wide across the upper back. And as we roll backwards, you're just going to release your fingertips down by your ankles and start rolling back. Slow and controlled. You have Pilates in your feet, pointing the toes, and we're down for a little nap. All right. Nap may be over very shortly. We're going to bring those knees into tabletop. Knees into tabletop. I'm just going to turn just a little bit on the side here. So knees are in tabletop. When you're in tabletop, you want to bring your knees together. You want to have your ankles straight out from your knees. You can have Pilates be in the feet if you would. You can have your feet together. You can have your knees together. That's not that important. But you want to anchor that tailbone down. So feel that you have glue on your tailbone and anchoring down towards the mat. Now there's a little space between your low back. You can slide a little pencil in. That's your natural curve. You don't want to imprint and take that out. And then draw the ribs in to support that core. And you have your cement block going. Shoulders are down, anchored down, and your arms reach long. We're going to go into the 100. You can stay in this tabletop position, or you can take the legs straight up, or you can take them down to a 45-degree angle. So depending on which position feels good for your back, you want to really brace that core and keep it strong. Then we're going to nod the chin. So in order to nod the chin, you nod it while you're laying down, and then you roll your head, neck, and shoulders up. You're still trying to brace that midline of your body, that core and midline. So you're working on the inner thighs. It's taking a lot to get here, but it's going to be worth it. Raise the arms just about an inch from the floor and pulse the arms. Remember the legs, they can bend. They can be up. They can be down. And you're inhaling for 5, and you're exhaling for 5 breaths. Inhale, 5, 4, 2, and exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, and inhale, 5, 3, 2, and exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep reaching those arms long. Keep reaching the legs long. You're actually reaching your feet through your ankles. Your ankles are reaching long. Your toes are reaching long. Your inner thighs are working towards each other. And then engage that pelvic floor. Don't forget about that. Inhale, 5, 4, 2, and exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale. If you're okay here, lower your legs. Exhale, 5, 4, 2. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, lower down. Eyes keep looking towards your thighs. And exhale, 5, 4, 2. Last inhale. Hold it on the exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold, hold, hold. And release yourself. Woo, okay. Fire is going down. All right, let's do the roll-up. So with the roll-up, stretch your arms long behind you. Notice how your rib cage pops up. Now lift your arms slightly and pull the rib cage down. Extend your legs, they're long, and they're in that Pilates V. Heels are working together, inner thighs working together. Press your legs heavy down into the floor. Nod your chin and start rolling up. On the exhale, and push towards your ankles for 1, 2, and roll yourself back down. Remember, shoulders are down. Your arms are those elegant dancer arms. Inhale, not Frankenstein, and exhale. And reach long. 1, 2. It's a soft elbow. And down. Inhale. Stretch. Ribcage in. Exhale. And 1, 2. We're going to go into the rollover. So with the rollover, you drop your hands down by your ankles right where you were. You're gonna drag your fingertips along your body as you roll back. Once that head, neck, and shoulders get down, your legs go overhead. You're pressing your arms down into the mat. Open the legs as wide as the mat. Flex the feet and roll down, bone by bone. Heels together, point the toes. Inhale, exhale, roll over. Open as wide as the mat. Flex the feet, roll down. Nice and slow, pressing the arms heavy into the mat. Heels together. Now this time we're going to open the legs as wide as the mat. Roll over with the legs open. Together with those legs, flex the feet and roll down, pushing out through your heels. Again, point the toes. Open as wide as the mat. Roll over. Together with those heels, flex the feet. Roll down. And we're going to go right into single leg circles. Take that one leg down to the floor. Anchor it. The heel is down. It's a flex foot. Point the other toes. So the leg that's up, you're pointing. Now take that leg and rotate it outward in the hip socket so the hips stay square. The leg is rotated out and we circle in for 8 and 7 and 6. They can be small, they can be large, but they need to be controlled. And 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it there. Regroup. Make sure that leg is still rotated outward. We circle the opposite direction for 8 and up. And 7. Swing it up. And 6. Up. And 5. Pull it up. 4. Feel your lower abs holding you down in place. And 2. And 1. Hold it there. We're going to climb that tree. You ready, Kelly?
Yep.
Grab your thigh of the leg that's up. We're going to start rolling ourselves up. 1, 2, 3. Reach the same hand to the same foot. The other hand is on the back of the ankle for support. And you're lifting your chest up tall, trying to draw your shoulders down. And then you're going to flex that foot, get a nice stretch in the Achilles tendon. Release both hands to that leg. Point the toe. Now pull the leg a little bit closer to you and circle the ankle in circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. And start walking back down that tree. Oh, switch legs. We're back to safety zone down out of that coconut tree. All right, so your other leg is anchored down with a flexed foot. The opposite leg that you just did, you got a new leg up there, is straight up and rotating out in that hip socket. Point the toes long, circle around for 8 and up. And 7, and 6, and 5. Hips are steady, and 4. Just that leg. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Regroup. Really stretch that bottom leg down and out, and the top leg up long to the ceiling. Circle out for 8. Then up. 7. Swing it up. 6. It can be small. 5. It can be here. 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And we are climbing the tree. Nod your chin. Grab that left thigh. Climb up. 1, 2, 3. Same hand on the same foot. Other hand is supporting the back of the ankle. Now sometimes the shoulder's right up there. So lift your chest. Flatten your back. Bring it up. No hanging out here. We're going to lift, lift, lift. So if you need to bring your leg further forward, sit up nice and tall. And then release both hands on the ankle. Point the toe. Pull the leg closer to you with some bent elbows and circle for 4. 3, 2, 1. Other direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it a little bit closer to you. Lift up a little bit taller. And climb back down your tree. Woo! All right. Turn back around here. Yes, we are. All right, we're going to go ahead right into rolling like a ball. So roll yourselves up and draw your knees in close to your chest. So the toes are going to point down towards the floor. You're going to hold either the front of the shins behind the hamstrings, or go ahead and grab your knees close together. You want to stay in a tight little ball, but you know yourself. You want to be able to do the move correctly using your core, not throwing your head back and forth with momentum. So put your hands where it's going to be good for you, and then round yourself into a little ball and lift those toes from the floor. So now your tailbone is sitting up on this little tack on this mat. You're balancing on this little tack. You bring your forehead towards your knees, and that's where it's going to stay when you roll back. So we don't want to throw the head back. We want to keep the forehead in towards the knees. Sink the abs, and as we roll back to the shoulders, roll back up, balance. Don't touch the floor, and roll back, and roll, woo, and roll back. It's not an easy move, is it?
No.
and back. And when you get yourself in that position and you have to stay, or you get in trouble. All right, so from there we're gonna go into single bent leg. Single bent leg, you're gonna pull one side in, extend the other leg. Roll back onto your back, but your shoulder blades are lifted. So you can have both hands to the knee, one hand to the ankle, one hand to the knee, or both hands to the ankle. We're gonna switch to the other side, and switch, and switch. So the arms aren't really jiggling around that much, just one hand's coming up and down, or they're both reaching towards the ankle. Now we're gonna go work 2 pulses on the right. So pull back 1, 2, and left for 2, and right. Shoot the opposite leg out, or you pull that other one back, and 2, and 2. Keep lifting up, and 2. Shoulder blades are lifted up off the ground. Last time on this last side, and bring your head down, bring the knees in. From single bent leg, we'll go to single straight leg. So single straight leg is a nice stretch for the hamstrings, as well as a lot of focus and precision with those lower abdominals. So both legs are going to come up. You have your Pilates V. Now look at your legs as you nod your chin, roll your head, neck, and shoulders up. See that the legs are turned out in that outer rotation. So you're going to drop one leg, pull the other leg towards you, and reach up as high as you can, and switch, and switch. So if you notice, just our legs are moving, and the heels, if you look at the heels, they're crossing by each other in the midline of the body. So the legs aren't straight up and down, they're turned out slightly. Pointing the toes, 2 pulses on the right, pull, and left, pull 2, and right, pull 2, and switch, 2, switch, 2, and switch, 2, switch, 2, 2 more, switch last one. Make sure you get both legs in here, and come down to rest. Well, that one felt pretty good. We go to double bent leg. Double bent leg, you draw those knees in, nod your chin, roll the head, neck, and shoulders up, and reach towards the ankles. So you're really tight in this little ball, in this position. So I'm going to show you 2 ways. We're going to start one way and then end up in the advanced way. So we're going to reach our legs forward and reach our hands forward. So this is the position you want to keep as the arms go back, circle around, pull in. Forward. Keeping that lift. As you reach back, keep the lift and circle around. Reach forward. Everything forward. Keep the lift as you reach back and around. Now we're going to reach forward with the legs back with the arms, keeping that lift and circle. And reach. And reach. And circle. And reach. Keep the lift and circle. Last time. Reach and circle. Hold it here. Legs go straight up. Or double straight leg. It's not as much of a stretch as single straight leg. Double straight leg, really work that lower band of abdominals, that belly. Keep that 3 snap area from the pubic bone to the navel. Keep that snap down and your low back on the floor, your tailbone on the floor. So we go ahead and take our fingertips behind our ears wide. Nod the chin and guide your head up. You're now looking to your inner thighs. You're pointing the toes with the ankle being pointed, and we're going to lower those legs just where you can, flex and pull them back up. Point and lower, flex and up. Now we do it a little faster. Point and flex, and point and flex. No lifting of the rib cage. And point and flex. We're going to flex this time. Flex and point. I tricked you, Kelly. Flex and point and flex and point. 2 more. Flex, reach long, point. Last time. Flex and point. Bend those knees in. Keep your elbows where they are. We're going into crisscross, and then we're going to take a little stretch break. Nod the chin. Roll the head, neck, and shoulders up. Bring those knees together. We're going to go slow. Twist to one side. Back to center. Twist to the other side. Back to center. As you're twisting, concentrate on taking that back elbow and pushing it behind you into the floor. Bringing the top shoulder across. Now we're going to pick this up a little bit faster and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Pick it up even faster. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just 100 more. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right, roll yourself up for that nice little stretch we call the saw. So the saw. Our legs go really wide on the saw, as wide as you can get them.
flex your feet. I just have to put a little towel under my heel because that floor is a little hard. Okay, so we have our heels pressing down, our toes lifting up towards the ceiling, and then you want to pull your flesh from your buttocks back behind you so you can really sit on those sits bones. Almost like you're going to come forward in that stretch as opposed to leaning back. So lift up nice and tall, getting that nice lift of the chest straight up, crown of the head to the ceiling. Next, we're going to take our arms out to the side, and your palms will face up. That way you can roll your shoulders back and down. Now keep the shoulders rolled back and down, and just rotate the palm and the forearm forward. We're going to twist to one side. You're going to twist off to the side. Reach that little toe as you look back in the other direction. Twist to the other side. So it's called the saw. You're reaching towards that little toe and you're sawing it off with your pinky finger. So reach the little toe with your pinky and saw it off. Come back to center, nice and tall, twist. The other thing you want to try to do is really keep the tailbone and the butt cheeks anchored down. So your butt stays anchored. Those glutes are anchored down on that mat and you're looking back, getting some rotation with your neck as well. Last time on this side, 1, 2. Along with that move, we'll bring the legs together and we will do sit and twist. So the sit and twist, it's the same thing. You have your legs straight out, kind of pull the little flesh of your buttocks back, sitting nice and tall, and your arms are out. This time we'll go ahead and bend the elbows. Bring your fingertips right behind your ear. So it's not clasping your head and jutting your head forward. It's still nice and tall. Your jawbone is pulled back, so your jawbone pulls back towards your ear. And we're going to twist to the side for 1, twist further, 2, and to the other side. Twist and twist and twist and twist and twist and twist. So your eyes are following your spine. You're not turning your head. Head only goes where that little spine is twisting. Now we get the rotation through the mid-back, so you're twisting through the center of your body. 1 more, and back to center. Reach down and go ahead and stretch over those legs. Woo, all right. We're going to turn onto a side position. I'm thinking maybe I'll turn this way. And let's start on our knees. You're good. Okay. And then you tip to one side. So as you tip to one side, your hand and that knee that's down on the mat is lined up. So you're going to side kneeling position. Can't get the word out. Side kneeling position. Okay, the other arm is going to come up to the ceiling, tall, long, like a star, and then lift the other leg up. So get that leg lifted, it's hip height, and you're going to point the toes, and then flex, and then point, and then flex. Point, and flex, and point, and flex. Now we're going to keep the foot flexed, and you're going to kick towards your arm that's up and back. So it's flex and then point as you reach back. Flex and point. Flex and point. You're reaching, you may not touch. It's fine, you're just reaching. And point it back. Flex as you kick forward. Last time, here we go, flex. Point and hold. Now take that hand on your hip, that arm that's up, and we circle that leg for 8 and 7 and 6. You're drilling a little hole. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drill it backwards. Undrill. And 7 and 6 and 5. Keep that leg hip height. And 3 and 2 and 1. Now flex the foot again. Lift the hip higher. Draw the leg back behind you a little bit and heel to butt. These are kneeling butt kicks. 3 and 4. Knee comes back. So you want to get that stretch in the quad. Bring that knee back behind the hip a little bit. And 2 and 1. And arm up, leg up, and bring yourself back. Ha. How you doing? How you liking this class here? We'll show Jeremy whose boot camp is like, right? All right, we're going to walk over to the other side of your mat so that you can now lean on that arm that you didn't do. Other arm, other knee. Hand and knee line up. That top leg comes up as the arm goes up. So really, if you can imagine your body between 2 panes of glass, you're nice and long through there. You're pulling everything in to squeeze in between those 2 panes of glass. Flex and point. Flex and point that lifted leg. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Now you're going to keep it flexed, and we're going to kick and reach and point. Flex forward, point back. Flex, point, flex. Make it fluid. Just let your body feel like it's lifting light off the floor. Right, Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah, just lightness.
Just light.
Up in the air.
Just floating.
And flex and point. Flex. Point last time. Flex, point and hold. That left hand's going to come on the hip. All right, point the toes. Circle around. Or that top arm comes on the hip. You may have done your other side. We're circling, drilling that hole. Undrill. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lift that leg hip height. Flex the foot. Pull the knee back behind you and the leg. And heel to buttocks for 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Arm is up, and bring yourself back up. Voila. Good. Let's do a nice little stretch while we're here on the knees. I love this stretch. Walk all the way to one side of your mat on your knees. It doesn't matter which side, we're going to do both. And then you're just going to extend the leg out that fits down the mat. Okay, you're going to have an outer rotation of that leg so that your foot is flat on the floor. And you're going to turn your palm up on your knee on that same leg that's reaching out. Draw the other arm up by your ear on that opposite side. And we're going to start stretching over and drawing that palm down your leg. So you're trying to reach down towards your ankle now with the arm same side as the leg. The other arm is reaching over for a nice side stretch and come back up. Now flex that foot that's down on the mat, that straight leg. Palm is still up. Opposite arm is up over by the ear. Keep your ear and your arm together on that side as you reach down, and you're trying to reach towards your big toe. You're sliding that hand down. Come on, toe. But you're staying between those two panes of glass. Woo, stretch and pull yourself down, and when you've had enough, come back up. Lovely stretch. Okay. Walk over to the other side. Maybe I should have told you a knee pad if you need a knee pad to be down your knees. This is our last thing on our knees though. Please. Okay, outer rotation of that other leg. So you're going to rotate out. Push that foot down. Mine doesn't go all the way down because of my ankle issue, but you're going to try. Palm is up on the same leg that reaches out. Reach that arm up on the opposite side, high to the sky. Keep the bicep and the ear together and stretch over, trying to reach down towards that foot that's down on the floor. We're not twisted to it, we're still looking out yonder. And bring it up. Now flex that foot that's down on the floor. You're staying nice and tall, your shoulder and your knee start at a nice lined up position. Hand is on the knee of the extended leg and start reaching down. And maybe you can grab for that big toe down there. Maybe this side is different than the other one. Keep between the two panes of glass. You're looking up under that top arm towards the ceiling a little bit. And bring yourself back up. Oh, all right, nice. All right, let's come back to our hands and knees position. And we're going to go into some planks. So on our planks, again, hands right under the shoulders, and your knees start under your hips. So we're in that quadruped. Take your one leg back, so you're straightening that leg. And then take the other leg back. This time we're going to bring our heels together. So look back at your feet and see if you have that Pilates V in your feet. Heels are together, your toes are slightly apart. Now push back to your heels as you drag your chest forward. So that means you're going to draw your shoulder blades back and down. And then inhale here and exhale, come up to a high inverted V. Tailbone goes up high. Your heels are trying to drop down towards the floor. Inhale as you come forward into the plank again. Draw the chest forward, eyes looking towards the front edge of the mat. And then back up we go. And then come forward. From here, we're going to lift the right foot. So your heel just lifts up. You're going to point the toes and then flex as we rock back and forth with those arms rocking back and forth. Now, from here, we're going to lift higher. Lift and down. Lift and down. Point as you lift, flex as you come down. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Two more. Point and flex. Point and flex. And draw up to inverted V. So now you know what's coming on the other side, right? Heels together. Come forward. Drag your body into that nice plank position. And all we're going to do is lift the foot first and roll back and forth. Just hovering from the floor, pointing and flexing. Now we're going to lift it higher and drop it down. Flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, 2 more. Last one, and draw to that inverted V. Nice and high. Ooh, and come down to your knees to a child's pose. All the way back to child's pose. All right, hands are going to go wider this time to the edge of your mat. So your hands are right on the edge of the mat. You're going to draw yourself up into an inverted V position. Heels are together again, and your hands are wide. So we're in this inverted V. You're going to lift your right leg up to the ceiling, point the toe, and then look forward slightly towards where your wrists maybe line up, if you have a line there. We're going to do some shoulder push-ups with that leg up in the air. So bring your forehead down the floor and press back up. And down, and press up, and down. If you don't want the leg up in the air, you can come down. You can even bring your knees down. Just use those shoulders. 2 more. Last one. And keep the legs nice and sturdy. You feel that sturdiness, Kelly?
Yeah.
All right, draw those hips up a little bit more. Left leg, other leg comes up. So as the leg comes up, the other heel is pushing down. Look slightly forward and come down for 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. That leg comes down, your knees come down. Child's pose with your arms back behind you. Rest those shoulders. Rest the shoulders. And after you've rested your shoulders, bring yourself around. We are almost finished. We have to do a couple little rollover positions, and then we'll do some extensions on our stomach, and we'll be finished. So we're going to do the jackknife. So we sit up nice and tall. Bring the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Reach down towards your toes. Now point those feet from the ankles. You want to have a nice, long, little tail here with these 2 legs together. As you drop your fingertips down to the mat, you're going to start rolling back, dragging the fingertips back. When our shoulders and head hit, the legs come overhead, and they go up to the ceiling, and then you draw yourself down with those legs reaching for the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, over, up, and rolling down, bone by bone. One more time. Inhale, exhale, over and up, and rolling it down, bone by bone. Good. Bend your knees. One little bridge here. Have your feet close together. If touching is good, but close together if you don't like your ankles touching, your knees touching. Arms are down, but draw your heels back towards your buttocks a little bit. Arms are going to press down, and as you inhale, you're going to start exhaling and draw the tailbone up. So you scoop the tailbone in a pelvic tilt and start bringing those hips up, maybe as high to get your hands underneath those hips. Once your hands are going to pull your ribs back down and in. We're going to extend the right leg up to the ceiling, flex and pull it down, point and kick it up. Flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. And last time, flex, point, hold here, and then circle, little circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, place that foot down, readjust your bridge. Bring those knees, you don't want them splaying out and have a broken bridge. Lift the hips, tailbone long towards the back of your knees, extend the left leg up. Woo, flex, pull down and point. Flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Last time, flex, point and hold. Lift a little higher, circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that knee. Take your hands out, roll down from the top of your spine to the mid, to the lower, to the tailbone down, and roll yourself over onto your stomach. Back extensions coming your way. And then we know it's over. So we're on our stomach here. And what you want to try to do is feel where your pubic bone presses down into the mat and your navel pulls up and in. So you have like a little grape underneath, a soft grape underneath your navel. Pull it in so it doesn't smush underneath of you. Reach your arms long in front of you and then draw the shoulders back. So you may lift up a little bit because your palms are on the floor and you're drawing your shoulders back, like tractioning your hands back. Now, for people with any low back problems, legs can be apart. I have a little bit of an issue in my low back, so I'll have them slightly apart. No low back problems, you can have your heels together. Turn your toes out and work through those inner thighs, out through the pelvic floor. If your feet are apart, you're still working through the inner thighs. Engage the glutes, the buttocks, all right? And all we're gonna do is lift our chest with our back muscles, not with your neck. Your head is not pulling yourself up. Then you're gonna lift your legs, and then you're gonna lift your arms. And we're gonna swim for 10, 9, nice and slow, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, reach longer, 3, 2, and 1. This is really a difficult exercise to do right. You don't want to crunch up into a back bend into that low back. You want to keep yourself long. Think about length. Length, length, length. Okay, so we're going to take the left or one arm behind on the same side and grab a hold it up foot. So you're bending the knee up and you're extending the other arm out. And then switch sides. Just a nice little thigh stretch back there. Same arm, the same foot. And release. All right. Take your arms out like a T. Heels together or slightly apart. But this time, press your tops of your feet down into the floor and lift your chest with your back muscles. Bring those arms up higher, higher, higher. And then you're going to bring them behind you and back out like a T. Behind you and T. And every time you pull behind, you lift your chest a little bit more. Lift the chest. Good. 2 more. Up. And last time, up and hold. Bring the arms forward one last time. Bring the legs up. And we're going to tap down and lift arms and legs at the same time. 5, 4, eyes looking slightly forward. 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Let's swim fast for 10, 9, 8, 7. We're racing for shore. 6, 5. Lift higher. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Draw your hands back under your shoulders. Use the strength of your arms. Pull that core in and lift yourself up. Round up like a cat. Sit back on your heels. Take your knees wide. Your toes are together. And we'll walk over to one side of your body so your rib is over by your thigh and you're stretching those arms across. Come back to center and come over to the other side. And we're about to finish up here in 3 seconds and come over to the other side. Woo! Back to center. Draw your hands back under your shoulders and press up. That was my clue. And for Jeremy to come in here and tell you what's happening the rest of the week.
Jeremy.
Thank you guys, everybody.
Here he comes.
He's coming. Thank you all for a wonderful workout. Hope you enjoyed it.
I wanted him to just keep going. I said, what the heck, Why not? So, hey, good workout for you guys.
It was
It's like
great.
you worked hard.
We did.
Wonderful. So, what's going on the next couple days? Today is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday, and we will be doing boot camp at 5 o'clock, like normal. Saturday morning, we don't know yet. It's a surprise. We'll let you know by tomorrow afternoon if we throw something up. Last week we did the family workout. If you guys didn't check out the family workout, it is on both our Fitness Partners page and on our YouTube channel. So you can check that out with your family and do a workout with them. And then Sunday you got Orly for yoga again. And that's about it. But we've been enjoying what we're doing. I think they've been having fun. We've been having fun too. And we look forward to seeing you soon.
Yes, we miss you.
We miss you guys. See you tomorrow.
Keep up
job.
the good work. Bye-bye.